Right, guys, so I am back. I've sorted out a team that seems to be working quite well. Once again, I'm quite low down on the ladder, so whether the couple wins I've had are just flukes because I'm lower down on the ladder, we'll see. So I have Celesteela on this team. What I've worked out, obviously you'll see a couple of Pokemon I put on before I've gone for in place of other things, but just bear with me for the moment. So I've got my Celesteela, who's my staple. Leech Seed, Heavy Slam, Protect and Toxic. It's just a good wearing away set. It's the kind of thing that if they're kind of if they're setting up, you can put some kind of timer on them. Next we have Gyarados, whose synergy with Clefable is really good. I've had some really good games, a really good startup because of Clefable's follow me, and I'll talk about that later. So first, Dragon Dance is a really good move on this thing. Obviously, it has Expert Belt just because I can't risk losing life to losing HP to Life Orb. But so far, Expert Belt has come in handy. I haven't really needed anything else, especially once you get a couple Dragon Dances. And plus, Earthquake. I've done the damage calcs here. Earthquake is guaranteed to KO Tapu Koko from this range, especially, and that's without a Dragon Dance. I also am guaranteed to live, as you can see here, from a Tapu Koko with 252 special attack, and that is that, and you don't get that too often. A fully special attacking Tapu Koko. That would give me that has a 25% chance to OHKO, which is a very low chance, obviously, with my 84 special defense. So that's all good for me. That means I'm probably going to be living discharges. If not, I can go into the next mod. Marowak has been an absolute monster with this set. Flare Blitz. This has just been destroying Celesteelas. This thing has been OHKOing Celesteelas. I'll do a damage calc right now. If I get up Alolan. Wait, oh sorry, you have to put a Marowak in. Sorry, I've got my dear. Right, so we got Marowak, blank set, and we'll go, because this thing has 252 special, 252 in attack. We be holding a thick club. Yeah, so this is going to double this thing's attack into a Celesteela. So if we're going for 252 defense, 252 HP, and we're going to use a Flare Blitz. Just hold up, sorry, I should have got these calcs done in advance, but so we're going to go for Flare Blitz. Even with the bulk that is Celesteela, this thing is still OHKOing, a guaranteed OHKO, as you can see there. It's going to be doing a lot of recoil, but that's still incredible that I can do that to Celesteela, what is one of the most threatening things in this metagame at the moment. Lightning Rod just means this thing is a perfect switch into Tapu Koko, and I've specifically made it so that I have Muck, who can also take electric attacks really well because of its high special defense. So that's not the only option I have. It means that every time I bring Gyarados, I have to bring Marowak. It means I can also rely on other things. The next thing is Pivot. Oh, and this thing is really good. I love Alolan Persian. It's probably the worst looking Alolan form, but boy is it good. Its ability Fur Coat is really useful. Bolsters this thing's defense really nicely. It's what it really needed. Imagine this thing's 120 in defense. It's a little bit more actually when you do the calcs, but it's after counting EVs. But this thing has a monstrous defense. 252 HP, 252 speed. That may seem weird, but this thing gets Foul Play, which uses the opponent's attacking stat in the calculation, which means I don't have to invest in attack. I mean, I have invested 4 in attack, and that's for Fake Out. But it means that I don't have to be too bothered about my own attack stat, which is pretty shockingly low, 81 as it is, because I can rely on say if I foul play a Salamence, I can rely on his ridiculous attack stat. I've also got Parting Shot, which is so useful for gathering momentum. This thing is speedy, really fast, especially with Jolly Nature. You see base 115, that goes up after calcs, EVs to 183 at 50. And that's so good. And I've got Protect obviously on this thing, and Fake Out. Fake Out's another really good one for just building momentum, getting a little bit of chip damage off. I'm not sure how useful it is in VGC. Once again, I'm not completely... I'm not in it with VGC as much as I would be with other things. You can probably notice one thing about this team is bar Gyarados and Persian, everything else on this team is pretty slow, but in VGC that doesn't really matter. If you have 1 or 2 speed monsters, as I do, you should be alright. The next one is Muck, who's got Black Sludge. Muck is really good because obviously if you don't have another poison type on your team who can use Black Sludge is a pretty niche item, and especially with Muck it's working really well to give it that 1/8 of HP back, I think it is, which is ridiculously good. I've got Protect and then a little pin tech here, Clear Smog. Oh, I forgot to talk about Dark EMZ on my Persian. I'll go back on that. But Clear Smog, power 50 and eliminates target stat changes. That is incredible. Obviously, if I'm coupling this up with Gyarados, I'm going to get rid of Gyarados' Intimidate. But this thing, if there's some Beware setting up Swords Dances, Clear Smog gets rid of it. If one of my Pokemon gets intimidated, I can attack it. I can attack my own Mon and get rid of its stat changes. I could also, I'm not sure if okay, this thing doesn't get Haze, so Clear Smog is the best option. Oh dear, sorry. So yeah, Clear Smog is the best option. And I've got Crunch and Poison Jab for just really solid stab on this thing. Poison Jab is kind of a necessity because of Tapu Bulus, all the Tapus running around. Crunch is useful for other Mons, Psychic types, for instance, that I don't really have very many answers to. I've just gone for a max HP, max attack, a little bit of defense just to bolster that. Adamant, just want to get out as much damage with this thing as possible. Next thing I've got is Clefable. This thing is a monster. It's got Follow Me, which I've talked about with Gyarados before. When you go Follow Me, all attacks will be directed to you. A Draco, not going to hit, not going to affect you. This thing's living Thunderbolts from Tapus. It's living Horn Leeches. It's living everything. And so by coupling this in with Gyarados can get off a free Dragon Dance, and Clefable takes all the damage. So Gyarados can set up maybe 1-2 Dragon Dances, sweep with Earthquake, just because this thing has taken the hit. Then I've got Encore. Encore's really useful. Once again, couples really well for any Pokemon that you want to set up with. If I Encore into something like Protect or Toxic, this thing's coupled with Magic Guard isn't gonna bat an eyelid at Toxics just going into nothing. And then we've got Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam I'm not too sure about. I might swap that out for Moonblast or even Aromatherapy, but I just thought the spread damage is useful, chip damage, and then Protect in the last slot. So that is my team. I just want to talk about Dark EMZ on Persian with Foul Play, which is going to be doing a lot of damage, especially when you're using the opponent's stat in the calc. And so we'll just get into the battles.